Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kemi. Thanks for joining me on this video. This video is going to be slightly different. It is a makeup, not a tutorial specifically. I am going to be showing you how I achieved this look. So we're giving neutral tones here, we're giving soft glam, we're giving, rich auntie vibes, and we are loving it. If you like the look, you can definitely keep watching to see how I achieved it. 2023 is a quarter of the way gone. So how's everybody been doing? Does anybody still do New Year's resolutions and that? I was watching a number of the 12-week year videos, and those videos are really inspiring and just makes you want to really just sit down and plan your life and just create goals. And the reality of things is you have to be very, very intentional about any such new thing that you're adding into your life if it's going to be for the betterment of yourself. So in this video I created two looks. I did a matte look and then I turned it to a nighttime or more of a sparkly look. So you can call this a day to night look, or say, I don't know, if it was a wedding, from the white wedding to the reception or whatever. Yeah, so I was just saying about the year just carries on. If you don't make intentional moves or plans, at the end of the day, it will be Christmas celebration, New Year celebration, high hopes for the new year, and things just carry on going, because really we have put milestones and we've put these marks in time, which is why we celebrate a new year as if the new year is going to completely be a new person, lose our skin and grow new ones like a reptile or something. But I think you really can start your new year any time of the year or any time at any moment. So but it's always a great excuse or a great reason to start something new, something fresh. So this year, in case you didn't know, I do run a business where it's photography and videography, and last year was crazy busy. It didn't start off crazy. The year kind of started in February, and then slowly into March, April. By May, we were busy, and June, July, August, we were busy. Every weekend was booked up, and I was still working my 9-to-5 corporate job, which I still am doing, and I was running that. And the thing with what I was doing, or what my business was doing, is literally, if you know anything about the videography, especially when it comes to events, for example weddings, now you go out into the fields, you shoot, you record. It's a whole lot of stress. Even preparing for it is a lot of stress, and then you carry all of that stress and take it home to start editing. And literally every weekend I was editing, and even while you're editing you have to stop and go out to get to another gig, and it was a lot. I took some time off in October, expecting that I would be done with all the weddings and I'll have a full week off from work to just do nothing. Jokes on me, I was working, I was editing the entire time. So it was crazy. And this year, basically in my mind, we're ready for another year to be as busy as it was last year. So I don't know if anybody else, obviously there's a lot going on in the economy in many parts. I'm going to say it or assume all over the world. Mild recession here and there, food prices going up and all of that. But still, last year was great. Last year was great. There was activities, there were events. It was all great. Now, my expectations that this year, you understand, January, everybody's calling in to book, but January's quiet. I was like, okay, that's fine. December everybody spends all their money, and January, you know, you need to recuperate. You need to see your savings come back up again. You need to work for a few and see your money back in your account. And so January is quiet, which I expect. But if anybody does business and is listening, will you comment below? And is this year starting off a little bit slower than last and maybe like usual? Aside COVID time, which I think businesses just like pivoted, things happened a bit differently. It wasn't necessarily slow, it was just different. This year something's happening, and I feel like I've heard one or two other people say something along those lines. I haven't like personally discussed with many people to see, hey, like bookings have come in, but they've come in for like much later in the year. I don't know, part of me is just expecting that right from February and March, like we will start to see good progress. But that notwithstanding, I just think that this is a great time where, like, when there's downtime is the best time to prepare, right? There's no point in sitting down doing nothing and then like it's time to get busy and it's like, oh, okay, so what do we do? What do I do here? This browser browsing. So on the bottom I used the NYX concealer, which is a new one I'm testing out, and on the top the trusty LA colors, which seem to be phasing out because I discovered LA Girl colors concealers at a Walmart here in Calgary, and I was excited, and then suddenly I didn't find it, and I don't remember which location it was, but I was told that it's no longer carried in Walmart, which is kind of sad because everybody has been using LA Girl for years and years now, so I'm not sure why they are phasing out. But LA Girl for me, I'm using, I think it was Beautiful Bronze is what I used on the top. I don't remember what I used, the NYX or NYX Cosmetics that I'm using on the bottom. But I'm taking my time with the brows because I'm trying to get it perfect, trying new techniques, and that that brush I am using is a very old brush. I'm not sure if it's a very old one. I probably got it from Shein, I think so, but it's the flattest brush I have. It's not an angled brush, it's kind of curved, it's very flat in terms of like how thin it is, but it is it's not quite, it's what I use for my brows and concealing, and I quite like it. Yeah, well, so yeah, I think it's best to just stay encouraged. I know a lot of people, well, what we're hearing in the news is like, it's not even just down to the news. You go in the grocery stores and prices have doubled, and cake, muffin, chocolate chip muffin that I used to get for, was it chocolate chip? No, there was a donut, there was a pack of donuts that I used to buy at Walmart for $1, and now it's, well, the last time I got it was $1.77. It's probably up to $2 now. I haven't got it in a little while, but like that's double, and it's just making me personally anyways, me like rethink what am I gonna buy. But at the end of the day, like, you're still gonna spend the money if it's like it's necessities, right? I feel like I'm still gonna buy what I need to buy, but it's just like, oh my goodness, this is annoying. Like my budget, does anybody keep budgets for food? I'm not too sure. I just know that when I go out to spend, I don't want to spend over a specific amount, like per visit. But yeah, I kind of lost my track of thoughts, but yeah, so prices are going up, but stay encouraged. I feel like in this world there's always some kind of balance. When things seem to be going down in one area, another area would just open up that you didn't even expect. If you think back to COVID 2020, I don't want to be calling the C word, but 2020, a lot of like industries that you didn't expect would boom did, because other things didn't. So I don't know, there's a way that things just, there's always something, everything can't go down, something will come up. So yes, I am just going for the soft look. I'm using the Morphe, I can't remember what collaboration is, but the palette is by Morphe. I think it's the Nikita X Morphe something. Yeah, it's got not a lot of different colors in there. It's got mattes and shimmers, and I just like to have like variety in one, so that's why I'm going for that. And I'm using this beige color on the main lid. Now I'm learning to like go beyond the thin layer that I used to do all the time. Just learning to be a little bit like go bigger, bolder with my looks. It's still soft generally, but like just add more, keep layering, because a lot of times when you're watching YouTube tutorials, I feel like we miss out on a lot of important steps. For example, when you apply your concealer all over your eyelid, a lot of people will set the concealer with powder, but they don't tell you, they don't show you, and then you go straight in with your eyeshadow and it's like just dumped in the position that you've put it, and then it's difficult to blend. But if you apply it to your eye concealer or primer and then you set it with powder, then you have a smoother surface, because now you're not dragging wet concealer. It's just little things like that that make the process go easier, right? So now I'm just going in with this liner, which is actually needs to be replaced. There's liner and there's liners, because I tried Inglot and like that is how gel liners should be, period. Anyway, so I'm like my face is much darker than my neck and chest, so I'm just trying to match to my chest. So it might look crazy, but that's the rule. Like sometimes I would find like an exact match to my face, and then end up looking at pictures wondering what happened. Like you can just see the color difference is huge between my face, my neck and my chest. So I guess I can be two different complexions depending on what I want to match with. So has everybody done tax refunds? Has everybody done? How much are you getting? What's the deal? Do you do by yourself, or do you get a professional to do it? Last year I've done it by myself, but I really feel like maybe next year I will get somebody to do it for me. And that's because I've still got a simple situation, but I feel like perhaps like professional advice will just help me understand a bit more, especially when it comes to rental income. That one was a bit like difficult, understanding CCAs, like capital cost allowances, and running two businesses, and just it's a bit more, it's not complex or complicated, but I just think like to be safe next time I will most likely either I use a professional or I try a different software, because I'm in Canada and I use the HR block, and for some reason that software can get quite annoying, because you could end up entering the same information twice and not even realize. So like I spent hours and hours, days actually, trying to make sure that I got everything right. But yeah, it's done. These are adulting things. I think maybe 5 years ago or so, my parents did, like my dad used to do it for me. He had an accountant and he would just like do everybody's. But recently, I've been doing it myself, and you just got to keep your receipts, got to remember everything. So I'm trying to be more intentional about keeping my records, keeping my books, because now we are doing business, innit? We're doing small businesses, home businesses. You've got to keep your receipt if you want to get your money back. Now, there's this lady that I enjoy listening to her talk about home business. I think her name is Richardson. I will do a quick search now, but she makes you believe that you can do it, and you can do it, right? So what is her name? Dr. Lynn Richardson. Yeah, Dr. Richardson. You can look her up on YouTube, and yeah, I think that it's a great thing to have. You start small, start with what you can do. I definitely tried. I'm someone who likes to try new things, and growing up, I didn't think that I was a business person. That was my mum. It was my mum's thing. It was just a mum thing. It was it was never my thing. And somehow, to be fair, a lot of what I do now in terms of like photography, videography came from YouTube. Seriously, because I watched a lot of YouTube, and then my first ever video on YouTube was back in 2007, and it was a singing competition. But anyway, so I started actually uploading on YouTube way back then, and I remember using Windows Media Player, no, Windows Movie Maker. Who can forget Windows? Windows Movie Maker was what I was using, and I've just been doing it, and then that's kind of where I taught myself or learned how to edit videos. And I just kind of, it wasn't the most enjoyable thing, because it took a long time, especially if you're trying to get it perfect, trying to synchronize music with a movement or anything like that. It wasn't easy, it was long. I remember complaining to Miss Aline, if you know Miss Aline on YouTube. She came to London for a meet and greet, and I remember telling her, like, that's the longest part, I don't enjoy it. And she was like, no, keep going at it. And I don't know, just that's kind of where I started, or where my video editing journey started. And also like being in the media team at the church that I went to, that also exposed me to that, and I like got to do a number of projects for the church and stuff like that, and I just enjoyed it, and a lot of it is just like spun out from there. And it's incredible that you never know where the actions of today will take you in the future, isn't it? You just never know. So yeah, our face is coming together. There's powder everywhere. If you have any questions about like anything that I'm doing, please, you can drop the comment or question drop it in the comments section down below. Okay, so I am trying this white under eye thing that I used to do it pretty like a lot before, but somehow it's not coming out right anymore. I'm not sure, probably not doing it enough, and I can see that I didn't attach the lashes all the way properly. I ended up correcting it. Well, yeah, so this for me personally, the beginning of this year has been more so learning new skills, trying new things, and taking it one thing at a time, and trying to be more professional, especially in business. Like business, I'm learning that business is not about you. It's about the customers you're trying to provide a service to. So you can't. I've been watching, I watch a lot of these like self-development and these podcasts where people interview like professional consultants or like people or financial advisors and things like that. And there was this guy who was mentioning, if say Wendy's, for example, was open at 3 a.m. and you went in, you needed to get something, like you're not walking in thinking, hey, how come the the workers are still here at 3 a.m. or don't they have a family? You're not thinking about the workers. You're just there. You just care about, I need a burger. I'm hungry. I'm stuck out here by myself. So imagine the worker now like complaining. Like, I don't know. It's just like you gotta take yourself out of the equation, at least for the most part. Take your emotions out of it and just try as much as you can to make the customer happy, because that's, if you put your service out there, be ready to serve. So I hope you're enjoying this look. Juvia's place on the cheeks, I go into the orange. I don't know why, I'm not light skin, but this orange, I think, yeah, orange is better for on light skin. But it's still, if you're looking for soft, then it's great to go in with orange. But what I used to do my bronzer, that I've had that powder for a little while and it feels like a new discovery, because it's so warm on the face. I really like it. So that's my bronzing powder now, and then we are finishing it up with highlighter on the nose. I'm liking the way the lips are looking. Yes, I've gotten all my lip products from Amazon, except the liner. I get these liquid lipsticks from Amazon. Sometimes it can be a hit or miss. I was looking for like a lipstick palette, and I ordered actually from Walmart online, and the palette came and was tiny, and it was more like Vaseline with color in it. It was a pack of, yeah, it was like 6 or 9 colors in there, but it's unusable. This is the finished look. We're giving it auntie vibes. I tied that turban scarf thing. I was just like trying to practice something, but you don't have to know that. But yeah, so right, so I'm going back to change this look from this beige matte into an orange shimmer look for party time. So I'm going in with orange, right, like in most of the eye, and then just between the brown and the orange I actually went in with like a red color. It was almost like a red orange color. And then NYX glitter glue. I'm always kind of scared to use glues because I feel like it's going to take off the shadow that's underneath, but just spread it out. And then I'm using sort of a fluffy brush. You see, I was like and so just use a fluffy-ish brush. I should probably have used like a small flat brush, but I really just wanted to paste it on very lightly because I didn't want to take off the powder or the shadow. And yeah, and then just pick up some of the glitter and paste it on top. Yeah, that's the brush I thought I should have used. But anyways, that is what the look is looking like. Is it giving or is it giving? My camera, I'm not using a great quality camera, so the colors might be a little weird, but this is the look. And then I think I went in with a little bit of black on the edges. You got to smoke it out. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you've had a good start to your 2023. Are you running helter-skelter because of the recession? I hope not. I hope that you're doing well and making a way through it, because everything will be just fine. So please, let's play that back again. Make sure to like this video, leave me a comment, return for more, subscribe so that you can see more videos, and I'll talk to you in my next one. Ciao guys.